I work with some unbelievable athletes. I think what I'd say on there is that I'm not surprised of the headlines in the press, because actually, if you listen to my words, I never said anything about AFC Wimbledon. I said it's not a step down coaching women. Mm. And I was curious to see what the headline would be. Mm. So when the headline wrote, "Oh, Emma Hayes is offended," I thought, classic, another classic situation to make sure you put a woman in their place by insinuating I'm insulting the men's game, which I never did. I just defended my own game. And there's a difference, because AFC Wimbledon are our neighbours. We play in their old stadium. Like, no, absolutely no issues whatsoever with AFC Wimbledon or being linked to the job. I just felt it was important to speak highly of a group of women who are giving me their heart and soul and that are running through brick walls for the football club. That I thought it was more important to talk about them than it was to talk about something that was pitted against us. And I don't view it like that. And am I disappointed by the headlines? No, I'm just not surprised. It doesn't bother me. I just know that I'm proud of the group of people I represent, and I felt it was important to shout that loudly. And also just remind people that, you know, this whole notion that women are from Venus, men are from Mars. Well, I'm sure we are in some ways in our personalities, but I don't know why the world thinks we play two different sports. Mm. It's just bonkers to me to think we are in a profession where we don't have any diversity. Yeah, that part is bonkers. Yeah. In this day and age, you could cite a million professions now and say, well, do men work with women? I don't know, whatever it might be. I'd be interested to know which professions still exist which are so homogenous. Yeah, but I'm not sure they exist.
No, I've been thinking about it quite a bit before this interview, and I honestly can't think of any reason, if you wanted to, why you couldn't manage at a high level with male players. Because the skills are the same, aren't they? The leadership skills, the management, holistic.
You know, like I said, I think when the conversation comes up about AFC, the realities are, it's good that these conversations are still normalised, so that when a woman steps into the men's game, it will be something that's just like, oh, right, we've spoke about this enough times. I think it will be a big jump for someone when that happens. What I do know is that how you win a football match, regardless of the gender, is exactly the same thing. And the type of work you do doesn't change just because I'm coaching women. Like, I don't say, oh, this is the women's game, we prepare them differently than a men's team would be. No, they're prepared exactly the same way. Of course, they're different players. They're different. It's a different league. It's probably a different speed. But the rest of it's all the same. And I think for whatever reason, it comes from education and an unconscious bias that everybody's grown up not really acknowledging. No, acknowledging is the wrong word. They just know men and men's football and men in football. So our brains take a while to compute that actually it's a bit odd, really, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree totally. Is that an ambition of yours, or do you just sort of take things as they come?
I told you I never thought I'd end up in coaching. Right. So that's the first thing. I feel fulfilled. So I don't feel the pressure of having to, I need to do this next. I've learned over the years that whenever you start to think about being somewhere else, it's already good night. And I think my life goals had nothing to do with football. So do I know what's next for me in my life? No, I will probably be involved with currency because I have a currency business. Okay. I'll probably be involved with that. Do I think I'll be coaching football beyond this job? I don't know. I know myself well enough. I don't sit there with my little 1 year, 3 year, 5 year plan. It's not who I am. I'm very much like very present in my job to perform. And when this is no longer my job, I'll reflect on what will be next for me.